Here in the locker room at Cleveland Ice Arena with Danielle Logano. Danielle, a power skating coach out here helping the Fayetteville Marksmen improve their skating and overall make the team better.
Yeah, it was great to come out here and work with the guys. I don't think they've had a power skating lesson in a very long time, but it was good to see them out there.
What is power skating exactly? I mean, it sounds like it's just really hard skating, but it's much more than that. Obviously, I was watching you guys do the drills. There's a lot to it.
There is. What I mainly do is break down each element and see where they can gain more power, more stability, sharper turns. And today, because it's towards the end of the season, we pretty much just touched base on everything. But yeah, it's mainly about breaking things down and improving on players' speed. Everyone's different out there.
Especially Brad Drobot and Kyle McNeil were the two being chirped from the bench by the other guys. They are what they like to call straight line skaters. But what did you see from those two guys?
Oh, they were pretty entertaining, let me tell you. They're like, I'm too old for this. I said I should have brought my oxygen tank. But no, they did good. I mean, it's good to challenge them with something different that they're not used to because, these players, even though they're professional, you can always get better. And it's hard for them because they don't do this a lot. But why not touch on something different,
And obviously you don't just work here with the Marksmen or in the SPHL. You work with the Charlotte Rush of the USPHL, and you've worked with some NHL players as well.
Yes, and this summer I got signed with the NHL camp in Estero, Florida with the Hockey Summit, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I'm just trying to build it and work more with the pro teams because that's what they really need, and power skating is now getting more popular.
And your background in skating, your family actually owns an ice rink here in North Carolina over on the other side of the west side of the state, correct?
Yes, Indian Trail. It's about 2.5 hours from Fayetteville.
And so your name, Danielle Logano, might be familiar to some people, especially NASCAR fans. You are the older sister of NASCAR driver of the number 22 Shell Pennzoil, Roger Penske-owned Ford Fusion, Joey Logano. Of course, Joey is racing today as Martinsville had snow yesterday, which was odd, but he'll be racing today at 2. So what's that like? I mean, having a brother that's in the NASCAR series, touring all over the place. That can be, as I saw on your Twitter, you were out in Las Vegas with him just a few weeks ago.
It's great because we have an understanding of what each other do, and we grew up together. We homeschooled because of our careers. Like, we couldn't travel all the time if we stayed in regular school. So it's been great to bounce off of each other, and seeing him get to where he is at such a young age makes me just want to work even harder, to stay up there with him. And it's great. I mean, it's a hard lifestyle with the traveling and stuff, and I don't get to see him much, but in the meantime, we're still so close, and it's nice to have, a good bond.
And earlier today, you were referencing him as Kid. Does Joey know you call him Kid? And two, would he want everybody to know that he's called Kid?
I mean, he is my younger brother, so that's how it's going to be. He likes to act older than me, because he's married and has a kid himself, but no, I'm still older than him.
And so now, Joey, growing up, your family owns an ice rink, as we mentioned, in Indian Trails in North Carolina. So did he play hockey? Did he skate growing up? Is he any good at any of it?
Well, you see, I would say racing is more of his thing. He started just playing hockey at 8, a little bit younger, I think. But then he started racing, and you can't do both because they both travel. So we had to, he decided to go towards the racing route, and I did the figure skating. But no one in the family ever skated or raced. So it's kind of funny how our sports are skating and racing.
And I saw a video last night. You guys went to a Washington Capitals game and got some behind-the-scenes footage and everything. And Joey can drive a mean Zamboni, from what I understand. He can cut the ice in 6 minutes. So
6-minute ice cuts right here, so we get back to the game a little quicker.
He can. He almost wrecks that thing, too. But I wouldn't say the ice is too smooth,
Yeah, so better for Joey to stay in the race car. Now, can you drive a race car? Have you driven Joey's race car?
I will not. I mean, I can't even drive a standard, so...
Have you ever asked, though, for him to teach you? Has he ever offered to teach you? I mean, isn't that his job?
I mean, he has offered, and I stall. Every time I pull out of the neighborhood, it's like, all right, I give up. It's your thing.
Well, you got to do it at the racetrack. Nobody's around, and I mean, it's Roger Penske's car, right? So if you wreck it...
I won't go in that thing. Like, he is the worst driver, like, off the track. Like, he's the only one that can get me car sick because he thinks he's in a race car when we're on the regular road. But I respect what he does. I mean, it's not easy. I'm just like hockey or any sport. You have to put in a lot of work and dedication, so.
Well, Danielle, we appreciate you coming out here. First of all, taking the time for the interview, and of course, working with the Marksmen and helping them improve their skating here in the last 5 games of the season.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks for having me.